Hello, hello, everybody. Yay, welcome you guys. Thanks so much for plugging in. A lot of you came directly from our power hour that we just did. I'm still getting texts and messages back. So you know that's how you know it was a productive power hour, when you are still following up. And that's why we do them. Fortune is in the follow-up. So my name is Denise Walsh, Black Diamond Leader, and I'm excited for this call today because a lot of you are within your first few weeks of the business, and you're working through your hundreds list, and you're already asking, okay, how do I meet new people? That's an amazing question, because that's what we're all always asking. How can I get in front of new people who want what we have and are in the market who maybe they either want to get healthier, or they're already in a fitness routine or their healthy fitness journey, and they want to use some products to like enhance the results, right? So we're going to talk a little bit today about how to use social media to your advantage. But before we get started with that, I do have someone I want to share a bit of their story. Because in our new distributor training page recently, we've been saying, all right, what's your dream vacation? What is the goal income that you want to make? What are some things that you want to accomplish? Why did you get started? And Cheyenne, I'm going to unmute you. Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I asked her just to pop on and share a bit of her story, because she realized today that she has accomplished several of the goals on her dream list today. And that's a really big deal, because number one, you can't accomplish it if you don't know what you're going for. So you got to write it down. You got to have your bucket list. You got to have your goals clear as day, so then you can work towards them. So Cheyenne, tell us what was on your dream list and what you checked off.
So a couple things that were on our board were, one of them that was huge for me was my teeth. When I was 14, I had an accident happen and I lost my front teeth. And in order to get them fixed, it was going to be $12,000 to $20,000 of a procedure. And then for anyone who's new, you probably don't know, but back in December, It Works did My Christmas Wish challenge, and they had us do a video about what our Christmas wish was. And I wasn't going to do it, but then I decided, okay, I'm just going to do it. Like, I'm just going to put it out there. I kind of had Denise in the back of my head be loud about what you want. Be loud about what you want. And so I did the video, and a dentist actually saw the video, and now my teeth are fixed. So when I put that on my dream board, I had no idea how I was going to accomplish it. I just knew one way or another my teeth were going to get fixed. And then another one was, Denise has always been really there for me. In my upline, she actually quit. And so when she quit, I was like, I am going to be in Denise's vision. Like, she's going to really know who I am. And that's also happened. And so then the last one, which was this one is super, super exciting for me. Pam Souter, who's our chief networking officer, she does a monthly call with the top recruiters. And I was just talking to Denise about this last week. I was like, I'm going to be on her call. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I just know that I'm going to, and I got the email today that I'm going to be on her call. So what I'm learning here is that we don't need to know the how. We just need to believe and know what we're working for, no matter how crazy it may seem. Just get your eyes on the prize and go, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I am going to do it. And when you take that belief in knowing that you are going to do it, and then you do the work behind it, all of a sudden you're going to amaze yourself with how quickly and how many things you actually are crossing off of your board.
It brings me to tears, because It Works did not choose her Christmas wish. And if you saw her video at Christmas, you know, she's vulnerable. She was sharing her story. She was in tears. She was saying, this is what happened, and I don't like it, and it impacts my self-confidence and things like that. But she put it out there, and a dentist saw it and reached out to her and said, I will help fix your teeth. And it's just like so beautiful. And then this is Cheyenne. Is it Hebert? I always feel like I say it wrong.
It's Hebert.
Hebert. Okay. Yep. Cheyenne. And I had and she says she was on my radar. She's been on my radar because she messages me all the time and we talk all the time. And she won the Whole Nother Level coaching call last month. And so we were chatting this week and she was, and I said to her, who are you? Because you are not the same person I talked to last year. And she said, I know, I've changed. I'm different. And I can tell you, you guys, that's what this business is all about. And if you're not a different person in a year, then you're doing it wrong. We have personal development up the wazoo for you to plug into. We have books and book clubs and leadership retreats and like all these things that you can plug into in order to learn and grow. And I can tell you there's people that have the same access to all the same information that Cheyenne does, but she chose to take it and use it. You know, like she chose not to just let it pass her by. She chose to take it, utilize it, and to implement it within her life. And because of that, things are changing. So Cheyenne, you are on our radar, girl. You're on Pam's radar. You know what you're doing, and you're changing your life. And because of that, you're changing the lives of people on your team too. So yes, yay, Kia, everybody's clapping for you. That's awesome. And I do think that it's like, that's a choice you make, you know, because we can offer awesome stuff. Pam can offer awesome stuff. Corporate can offer calls and things, but it's up to us to choose to plug in, choose to listen, and choose to implement. So write your goals down. We're not saying that just for fun. Like, we're saying that because it really does make a difference in what you focus on and what you work towards, and what you think about, you become about. So Barbara, let's talk about social media, because it all does relate. You know, what you put out there is what you attract. And so tell us how we can better utilize social media to bring rock stars into our business.
Yeah.
Thanks, Denise. Oh my gosh, Cheyenne, that is awesome. And that's actually a really cool kind of way for me to start what I wanted to talk with you guys about today. I haven't seen your profile, Cheyenne, and I don't know you personally, but I can only assume that the reason that dentist found you is because people shared your video and somehow it went, I don't know if it went viral, semi-viral, I'm not sure how many people saw it, but that post got to somebody that you didn't know. And really, like, that's how you want to use social media, ultimately big picture, like what Denise was saying earlier, to grow your network, to get new leads. Because if you have 300 people, for example, on Facebook as friends, and you're constantly promoting something to that same 300 people, you guys, they are going to block you. Like, nobody cares. Seriously, nobody cares what you're selling. That's not why people go to Facebook. There has to be something in it for them. There has to be some value for them to be interested. And maybe in the beginning, that value is helping out a friend, helping you out. But that is only going to take you so far. You know, that is good to get you your first few customers, maybe your first 4, maybe 10, depending on, you know, how tight you are with your friends. But after that, it's got to just grow to people that you don't know. And those people that you don't know, who are now your cold market, those are the people that you want to get to know and build relationships with and work with, so that they're people that you can kind of dip into as far as, you know, promoting products and inviting to parties and things like that. So what I wanted to talk with you about today is what kind of stuff to post on social media. And I'll start with what not to post, you guys. So a lot of you are new, so welcome to Works, welcome to the team. But please, 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 you guys, do not go to your Facebook profile and change everything over to black and green and bold and crazy and before and afters and join my team and make $10,000. Please don't do that. Because what you're doing is immediately, you know, putting people off. You're immediately like scaring people, and if you're not attracting people to you, you're repelling people from you. And I think that the biggest mistake that people make when they start, not just with It Works, but with any social media marketing, is they think that they're going to come and post something and all of their friends are going to love it. And it really just doesn't work that way. Social media, that's not what it's for. People don't go to Facebook to buy stuff, you guys. They go there to be like entertained, educated, and just maybe stalk people sometimes. It's not something that they really want to, when they go to Facebook, it's not something that they really want to think about. Now, occasionally when you're on Facebook and you're scrolling, you start to see stuff that you remember, you recognize, and if you see it enough, usually at least like 7, 10, sometimes more times, it all of a sudden becomes important to you. And when it all of a sudden becomes important to you, it has value to you. And when something has value to you and you think that you need it and it will help you, you find a way to come up with the money. Now, I'm sure we can all think of an example of something that we've seen on Facebook over and over again, because a lot of times when you click on something on Amazon, guess what? You're going to go to Facebook. It's going to follow you around, like, no matter where you go. And you're going to be like, there's that, lash serum again, or whatever it was. And before you know it, you're going to keep seeing that, and you're going to be like, I'm going to buy that for myself on my next paycheck. I don't care what happens. If I have to eat top ramen for a week, I am getting that lash serum. And that's what happens. So when we talk about like what you're posting and planting seeds and stuff like that with people, it takes a long time. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. So you really want to come into this understanding that, because if you think you're going to come in and boom, like walk out with 50 customers, you're going to be really disappointed. And if you think you're going to come in and post 3 things and then quit because nobody liked or commented, honestly, don't even bother posting at all. You have to come in with a long-term understanding of what it means to really build your business on Facebook using social media. And it is not a quick fix, okay? So if you've already gone to your Facebook profile and blasted it with black and green and changed your profile picture to have you try that crazy rap thing and done all of that, it's not too late. Just go on and delete it. Honestly, again, people don't care. People really don't care. Don't feel like, oh my God, everybody's watching. They're not, all right? You have not caught their attention yet. So go ahead and, get your profile page, like, not like all crazy yelling at people. I mean, you want to have a nice profile image, your face, okay? Please take a nice picture of yourself, good selfie, good lighting. Use a filter if you have to, but use your profile picture when you're posting or when you're using your Facebook. Same with Instagram. People want to know who they're talking to. Don't have a picture of like your cat or even your kids. That's not what your profile picture should be. It should be you, all right? And a good picture of you. Like, be happy. Don't be like all, I've seen some weird stuff, but just like be happy. In your background photo, that's where you can put stuff that represents your life. Put your family there. If you're a cat person, put yourself with your cats, whatever. If you've won awards, show yourself, winning an award. If you travel a lot, show yourself on your latest trip. Something that kind of represents friendship, fun, and freedom. In your profile, that little autobiography, put something short, fun, simple. Mine says, for example, I'm the CEO of my life, mom, friend, wife, something like that with a few emojis. So it should be simple, all right? Something easy, fun. Because when you're going out and meeting new people, you guys, Denise said earlier on the call, you go out to Facebook groups and you start participating in groups, meeting new people, adding them as friends, and then now you're bringing people over onto your personal Facebook page. So they need to like what they see. It's got to be like, oh, this is cool. I like this girl. She's fun. She's inspiring. She makes me laugh. They go to your page and all they see is like ads to buy stuff. They're probably not going to friend you. They probably will block you and report you to the admin of the group that you're in or something. So that page, you want to start it off set up for success. So make sure your profile and all of that is cool. And then in terms of what to post, like who has questions about, I don't know what to post. Okay, so I'm going to I see some questions, but I will come back and answer, otherwise I'll get distracted. I'm like, oh, look, there's a squirrel. Okay, so I'm going to give you some ideas about stuff to post. And I probably should have done it like in a way where I could copy and paste it, but I didn't. It's written down on paper, so I'm sorry, I'll have to, take some notes. But some things that work really well, and note when I'm telling you this stuff, it's not all like a business post. Okay, you don't have to post all business stuff, but you do have to post consistently so that you can be engaging with the people that you're bringing on and adding as friends. So the more that they're engaging with you and what you're posting, commenting on what you're saying, answering questions and stuff like that, they will see more of what you're posting when it does come time to do some type of a promotional post. So personal connection stuff, you guys, works so awesome. So things like, tell your story, just like even if you're sitting in the car waiting for your kid and you got a little one in the back screaming, crying, go live and share that. Like talk to people like, oh my God, you guys aren't going to believe what's happening to me right now. Sitting here waiting for little Susie, and look at this guy, he's having a fit. I mean, people like to see stuff like that. When stuff like that goes live, people will watch it. They want to know that you're real and normal, and that, your life can be kind of like crappy sometimes too, and it's not just them. So some type of personal connection, be real, share your story, day in the life of, like if you are out all the time with your kids and they do funny stuff or annoying stuff or whatever, I mean, shoot, if I had little kids, I would be using them on Facebook all the time, but mine are adults now, so I can't do that anymore. But do funny stuff. An example that somebody shared at our boot camp last Saturday was, it was a presidential diamond, and I can't recall her name, but she said that her and her husband in their living room did a twerk off. So, I mean, that's hysterically funny. It's like people watched it. It got tons and tons of shares. She got tons and tons of new followers from stuff like that. And I don't know if you remember Denise or not, or anybody else, Nikki, I'm not sure if you guys remember, but might have been 2 years ago now, I think Christina Watts' daughter, was like October after Green Carpet, I think after Dash 2 years ago. Anyway, Christina Watts was pregnant. I'm talking like she was huge, out to here pregnant. Do you guys remember that? And she did a live, and she was trying to dance her baby out. Like she was trying to go into labor, and she just did this dance, and it was hysterically funny. And I don't even remember how many shares she got, but it was like upwards in the hundreds of thousands. I mean, it went incredibly viral. And I know for a fact that she got, thousands and thousands and thousands of followers from that video. And so think about stuff like that. Like, what's your personality like? Are you funny? Use that. Like, talk to people, be real, connect with people, on that level. If you can do lives with that, even better. If you're like, oh my God, I can't do it, I can't go live, then find a way to share what you're doing with like a picture or, post, so just learn, play with it, see what other people are posting like that you may follow, and get ideas, get inspired by them. Find a way to connect with people by sharing what you're doing a day in your life, all right? Post inspirational stuff. Like you can find quotes all over Google, like just Google like inspirational quotes and pictures and stuff, and just grab those. I mean, and I'll tell you the other thing too that works better on Facebook. Instead of just like copying and pasting an image, like make your own image or write the quote out and put it like in that color background or something like that. The more time you take into writing a Facebook post, the longer that you're like actually spending the time doing that, Facebook will show it to more people. It like kicks up the algorithm somehow. Other things that you can do are like behind the scenes type of stuff. You know, say you are on a Zoom, like you're on the Zoom right now. I mean, take a picture of this, and nobody needs to know like what you're learning right now or what you're doing, but take a picture and be like, you know, post like, and this is what it looks like when you're collaborating with women all over the world, learning how to earn income from home. I mean, that builds curiosity. People are like, whoa, you know, what is that all about? I want to learn how to build an income from home. And that's a way for you to kind of talk about your business without saying, join my team for $99, make $10,000 in 3 months, you know. Build curiosity, show people behind the scenes what you're doing, maybe show, you know, like your greens on the counter, you know, maybe like in the glass, just kind of show yourself making it, and don't even talk about what it is. You know, let people ask you, what is that you're drinking all the time? You know, if you have something on your mind, you know, I've heard this called like a soul-bearing post, and I can't really think of a good example at the moment, but you know, maybe you have like such a strong belief in something and you saw something happen like at Target, or I don't know, maybe like somebody like didn't do something properly with the child or something like that, and it's bothering you. I mean, that's something that you can talk about, and you kind of like poke at people's emotions, and it's also a way for you to get something off your chest, you know, that's happening. I mean, do a live like that and get people kind of talking and engaging with you. Now, I will say, for me personally, I will not ever talk about politics or religion, ever. And I don't recommend it, but that's up to you. But that's just me. That's how I do it. Rants also can kind of get some, you know, engagement on Facebook, but keep it, you know, PG. So, you know, if you're like upset about something, you can maybe like share the conversation, like, me, I asked for this, the clerk said this, me, you know, no, I said this, and kind of repeat like a short conversation with people. That keeps people looking and reading what you're posting about, and maybe sharing a similar experience that they had. And again, like when people are engaging and commenting on your stuff, that kicks up that algorithm, so Facebook is going to show them more of what you are posting. A few other things, like I just posted one on my wall right now. It said, true or false, if you go to bed with your hair wet, you will get sick. So all these dings you're hearing is everybody saying like, false, 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 I do it all the time, whatever. So stuff like that gets people, you know, commenting. And remember, people don't go to Facebook to be all complicated. So when you can say, answer true or false, that's easy. They don't have to like give you a whole, you know, description. You can say like answer with an emoji, you know, comment this, whatever. So keep it simple for people like that. Post when you're like reviewing something. So maybe you went to a restaurant, had a great meal. Statistics post, like if you hear on the news, like 20% of women all have this in their vanity, you know, what is it? Stuff like that. Gets people to kind of comment and guess. Series posts, Denise did a really good one a few months ago where she was like counting down 10 things she did. So, you know, the first post is like, you know, series post number 1. And then in that post, you can come back and be like at the end, okay, I'm going to do, you know, post number 2 next week or whatever. And you can do this with stuff like cooking, a recipe, or maybe you're building something, you know, maybe you're, I don't know, teaching your kids something or something like that, like a DIY project. And then asking questions like recommendations, like who can recommend the best way to, or the best car insurance, or, you know, stuff like that, and then get people to recommend. So lifestyle posts are also awesome. So selfies. Now, you don't want to be posting like selfies all day long, you know, because people are going to get tired of seeing your face all the time. But occasionally post a selfie, you know, and make sure that it's cute. Use a good filter. And even honestly, sometimes it doesn't even have to be cute. But don't be somebody that's always posting really bad selfies too. You know, find good lighting, look at a window. If you need an app to cover up some blemishes or whatever, I don't care, do that. use a Snapchat filter, and just, you know, don't blast like every single picture with a selfie, but selfies are good. And talk about, like, you know, how you're feeling at that time, you know, when you're doing that selfie. I recommend on days that you're feeling good, looking good, your hair is cute, makeup's on, whatever, take a bunch of pictures and have them on your phone, and you can reuse those. And take some like holding up the number 1, holding up the number 2, take some with some cash in your hand. So these are pictures that down the road you can use once you get into more promotional type posts. So lifestyle posts, you know, where you're working from today. What does your office look like today? Pictures of, it could be like a coffee shop, it could be a beach, it could be your disastrous living room, that at least you're home and doing something on your own time. If you purchase something because of your home business, because of it works, post that. Like, I just bought a whole week's worth of groceries because I met a lady in a parking lot and sold her, you know, wraps or whatever, and then post a picture of your wrap cash. So ways that you can incorporate what you're doing. If you're traveling to an It Works event, post pictures of traveling, where you're going. Talk about what you're learning. You know, so you could post something to build curiosity. Just spent 60 minutes learning how to work my business online. Things that are going to get people curious and wanting to ask you more about what you're doing. Now, when you talk about the products, because, you know, we start doing this, and of course, ultimately, we all want to make money, right? I mean, I know I do, and I'm sure most of you do too, or you wouldn't. You may or may not be watching this, but you do want to find ways to talk about the products. So when you talk about promoting stuff, build curiosity. Like, honestly, the best posts that I have ever found that have worked well for me are posts when I don't say the name of the product or exactly what it is. So looking for 5 people that want to grow their hair for the summer. Looking for 2 friends that need to lose, you know, 10 pounds before September. Looking for 3 girls that have stretch marks and hate them. Without like really saying, you know, buy my stretch mark cream, $39 a month, da 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 da. So when you do promotional posts and you ask people questions like that, now what you've done is, guess what? Those friends of yours that have been, you know, engaging and commenting and asking questions and stuff like that, some of them may have stretch marks, right? So when they see that, they're going to be like, shoot, I have stretch marks. What is she talking about? And then they're going to send you a message and ask you what the heck. Now, once you get them into that private message, that's when you can send them, oh my gosh, girl, look at this. Send them, you know, 2 or 3 before and after pictures with stretch marks, and then ask them, like, how old are yours? How long have you, you know, whatever. Where are they on your stomach? Are they on your arms? Whatever. Get some information, because this is the point where now you have something that may help them and you want to be the solution to their problem, okay? So, and this can happen with anything, like even with the hair, skin, and nails. When, you know, hey, I'm looking for 5 friends that want to grow their hair out for the summer, when people message you about that, ask them, how long is your hair now? How long do you want to grow it? You know, maybe have them send you a picture of their hair, and then find some before and after pictures on your phone that look hopefully similar to their hair at that time, and then send them those before and after pictures and say, like, oh my gosh, you are going to love this, and I'm looking for a couple more girls that would be a hair model for me. You know, what do you think? Do you want to do it? So that's kind of the conversations that you get into with the private messaging. Announcements work really well. So like, we have our promotion right now. So like, oh my God, you guys are not going to believe this. I just found out I can give away $75 free product. And then like, surprise, oh my gosh. This just in, we just found out, like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So when you're posting like a lot of fun and engaging stuff, and then you kind of are sprinkling in, when we do have a promotion like this and you kind of hit it a little bit harder, people usually don't mind so much, because your page is normally not full of promotion and it's fun. So when you do have a promotion, those people that you've been like planting seeds with all the time, all along, tend to be like, oh, what is that? Comparison posts are also good. And this one, the one example I could think of is if you took like our hair, skin, and nail vitamin versus one that you bought at a store and put them in water, you could see, ours dissolves quite a bit faster than another one. So that was, one example that I thought of for comparison. Showcase posts are cool. So you could like talk about maybe the 3 products in the Target trio and just do a showcase. You could do it like a live video. And again, you don't even have to like talk about the name of the brand or the name of the products, but you could just say like, oh my gosh, I finally found a way to get rid of my tummy, or something like that. Call it that live. And in the live, you can talk to people about like, yeah, so this is all I did, you guys, and look at my tummy. And then you can be like, I took this little bottle 2 times a day, 2 days in a row. I lost, 5 pounds, whatever, in 3 days. Share your testimony from using the cleanse. And then show the fat fighters and be like, and then anytime I want to eat out, anything bad, all I have to do is take these 2 pills and do a little fat fighter demo. And, and then talk about the wrap. I mean, people are going to be like, what is it? What are you doing? I want to try that. They'll be asking you questions and asking what you're doing. So anytime you can do like a live demonstration using the products or talking about the products, do that. And when you're doing that, ask people questions. Like ask them like, show me some love, show me an emoji if you ate fast food last week. Think about questions that you can ask to your viewers to get them to comment. And don't freak out if you go live and there's 1 viewer or no viewers. Don't sit there and wait for people to come on. Just start your live video, because guess what? Most people watch your video after it's live, because a lot of times people are, for whatever reason, they're like all apprehensive, like, oh, I don't want to be the one that has my name pop up that I'm watching. I don't know why people are like that. Sometimes I'm like that. Seriously, it depends on whose live it is. But people will see that video, and make sure that you have it set to public. Don't have your video set to just my friends can see it, because when your friends start commenting on that video, you want that to share and spread out. Like Cheyenne's video went viral, all these people saw it because she had it set to public. If she would have had that set to private, that dentist would have never seen it. So you want to make sure that your videos are public. I just have a few more things. Results posts are fantastic, and you can say like, you guys are not going to believe what just happened. I will show you in the comments. Make people kind of click through in the comments. And if you are, wanting to put some before and after pictures, put them in the comments. That usually tends to at least get people to kind of click through. I'm not going to say never post any before and afters, because those are very valuable, but sprinkle them in. Don't flood your whole Facebook with it. Just sprinkle them in. And if you do a post and get absolutely nothing from it, just delete it. Go back and delete it, and then try something else. Nobody knows, and remember, people really don't care. Nobody's like monitoring your Facebook. And then the last thing I'll say is once you kind of get people into that conversation with a private message, you want to hit them with a few different points, okay? So usually the first private message, so say you make a post about the hair, skin, and nails, all right? Looking for 5 friends that want to grow their hair out for the summer. Someone will like it, someone will comment, send them a message no matter what. Hey girl, I saw that you liked my comment, or you liked my post. Oh my gosh, do you want to grow out your hair? Start asking questions. Get them into that, how long is your hair, Send them before and after pictures. When they ask, they'll always ask, well, how much is it? Always start with the retail price. It's $55, but if you order it as a loyal customer for at least 3 months, you can get it wholesale for $33. That's how most people order. What do you want to do? Do you want to do retail or the wholesale pricing? Let them decide, okay? If they want to order, don't send them your website. Just be like, okay, cool. Do you want me to call you to get your info or give it to me over Messenger? Now, if they absolutely want to do it online from your website, that's fine. You can leave it like in a voice memo. You can send them a picture of it. But just make sure that they know to please don't just Google it. Please don't just go to Google and search for "it works, Barbara," because you won't find it. You're going to end up ordering from somebody else. Okay, so make sure they understand how important it is that they're ordering from your website. And then I say, like, please make sure you see my picture on top so I can be your rep, is usually what I say to them. Now, if they say, like, I can't do it right now, then be like, oh, okay, cool. When's a better time? Let them tell you. And when they say, I get paid in 2 weeks, Friday, whatever, say, oh, awesome. Do you mind if I set up a reminder to contact you? And I have never had anyone tell me no, but somebody might. But usually they're like, yeah, go ahead. Use the little Facebook plan, set up a plan, and set up a reminder to remind, for whatever they get paid, and then call it like something funny, like start growing your hair long, or I don't know, whatever. Get them to another point of some other way where you can keep them on track. So after like a week goes by, you find another before and after, send it to them. Say, hey, I just saw this before and after. I thought of you. I'm so excited. Can't wait, to get you started growing out your hair, or something like that. Get them to an online event. Like if they still are like, I don't have the money, I don't have the, I can't do it right now, invite them to an online party. Invite them, to just tag them in, well, don't tag them, but invite them to kind of to go to a party, and then when that like hair, skin, and nails post pops up, then maybe you can tag them in that. Don't like tag them on their personal wall or anything like that. But keep it like up in the forefront of their mind so that they stay excited and interested in it. Now, then there's always like, sending them to watch a video. We have a new video now that Cami put out. Denise, you might have one. I know I have one for my team where it's just like an opportunity video. So when you're talking to people, say it's about the business or the products, you can just honestly be like, well, what are your goals? What are your goals? How long is your hair now? How much weight do you want to lose? How much money do you want to make? What are your goals? And then get them to kind of watch a video or look at it before and after so that they can kind of visualize themselves in that before and after, or visualize themselves, working with you in the company. So that's all I have written down. Let me look at all the questions. Let's see. I guess, are there any questions that were not answered?
I think we were answering them throughout, Barbara.
Okay.
It will be recorded. I'm going to post it on my new distributor pages and the Double Diamond page, so your Double Diamond leader can pull it and get it to you. Lots of information, lots of people taking notes, lots of aha moments, because again, social media is about building your network. And it's about being of value. So they want to come see what you're consistently doing. Our job is to add value into the world and allow the world to do what it wants with it. But if we're continuing to, be friendship, fun, and freedom, we're engaging, we're fun, and people are drawn to that, then they're going to be drawn to your product. Remember, people buy people, not products. So you want to be that person that people want to hang around, and by showing your results and your excitement about the products, they're going to want to be a part of it too. But I love what you said about curiosity. I think that's huge. Don't lay all the cards out on the table. You don't want to do a message that's like, it's $59 for a box of wraps. Don't just say that. Create curiosity, and then if they ask questions, say, I'll PM you. Because again, you don't want someone to see all the information and then not let you know they're interested. You want to give them glimpses so then they can say, I want more information. I'm interested. I want to see that before and after picture. I want to know. So that way you can then continue to build the rapport. So creating curiosity, adding value, and just being yourself on Facebook and social media will draw people in.
I saw a question from Kia, says that she doesn't have kids, so it makes it harder. So what can you do? So I do have kids, but they're adults and they don't live with me. So, and if I pulled out a camera to have them do something funny, I don't know, they don't really like that. So you just have to like come up with stuff. So you can still get a lot of engagement posts. In last December, Christmas time, like I did a bunch of giveaways that got like tons and tons of shares. But you yourself, I mean, find a way to like teach people something, figure out like something that you can kind of teach people. Maybe it's cooking, or maybe, whatever it is that you have a medical condition, maybe kind of talk about that. Like, how do you deal with that? Become an expert in that. Join groups, with other people with that same condition, and become an expert, kind of helping people with that. And maybe some of our products can kind of bridge a gap there that, some people might need, and you can become a solution. But do, a lot of questions, a lot of engagement type posts where people are kind of asking you stuff. One thing that I talk about all the time I'm like, so-and-so just signed up. I come up with like random names. So if I get a loyal customer that signs up for Hair, Skin, and Nails, I'm like, oh, Vicki just joined our Long Hair Don't Care challenge, something like that. And people are like, what's the Long Hair Don't Care challenge? And like, oh, I don't know, I made it up, whatever. I just, like today, it's like, oh, I just gave away $150 in free product when I signed up 2 customers. So just find ways to like share what you're doing. Other things that I'll share is I'll just post like teaching, 20 ladies how to work from their phone. And that kind of builds up an interest. So if you're new, Kia, and you're learning, you can just say like, just sitting with 20 friends, learning how, to earn an income from our phone. Like, this is really exciting, stuff like that. So people will constantly be seeing like that you're learning how to make money from your phone. And then at some point, you want to post a picture of yourself with some money. Maybe you earned a fast start bonus or something like that. So yeah, just find ways to post. And I don't know if I said it before, but consistency is so important, you guys. It's so, so, so important that you're doing this all the time. And when I talked earlier about your Facebook profile, like I forgot to mention, but please don't put anything, I'm just saying, please don't put anything like about I'm playing some Candy Crush and I need coins and I need this and that. And oh my gosh, like those are the worst. Like, disconnect yourself from all of that. You aren't making money from that. That is not going to do you any good. Don't share stuff. Like, if you're on some funny page and you saw a funny video, your page shouldn't be full of like shares all the time. Like, you want to keep people on your page. So you see a funny video, laugh at it. I mean, it better be freaking hysterical for you to share it on your page. Just keep people looking and reading about what you're doing. And if you have to learn how to do this, then learn. Like, just learn. Create good habits. Figure it out. Make mistakes and just do better at it every single day. I mean, we all have to like take the time to learn how to do it.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, Barbara. When we started, we didn't have Facebook. So what happened when Facebook came? We were like, oh, what's this? What do we do? And let's figure out the buttons to press and what to do and what works, and telling stories and asking questions. And, you just kind of learn as you go, and you learn as you earn. And at the end of the day, like Barbara said, consistency is key. This is a long-term business. You didn't get yourself in a, quick rich scheme that's going to be gone tomorrow. This is a business, and you are now an entrepreneur, which means you have a long-term vision for what you want your life to look like, and you're taking daily action in order to get there. And that daily action is going to make a huge difference. It's going to catapult you. It's going to take you in a direction. And what you'll find, just like Cheyenne, who has been doing the work, she's been doing her personal development, she's been staying focused on what she wanted, she's been taking massive action, and she just got invited to Pam's Top and Roller Call. And I saw Karen Hardy, you got invited to that as well. So exciting.
I'm invited.
Barbara got invited. Woohoo! That's awesome. Gina, you too. Robin, woohoo! Oh no, not yet. Next month. Dream board. But that's the thing is when you've got that like vision in front of you and you know where you're going, you guys, nothing can stop you. Period. Sam, you did. Oh my gosh, Can you sneak me on? I was on it yesterday, but I want to be on yours. Sounds fun. So yes, I mean, that's the thing. This is a long-term vision. So Barbara, I've got something that I want to end with, but is there anything that you want to end with?
I guess I'll just say, like, you know, if you're confused about where to start as far as like meeting new people, just figure out what you're so passionate about. You know, like, is it, I don't know, Gina, like you're always posting about the Dodgers, so I'll just use that. Like if you're like an enormous Dodgers fan, go to Dodgers groups and meet other Dodger fans and get them on your Facebook, and that creates like a, you know, oh, you have something in common. And during the course of all your things that you're posting, post up about the Dodgers. You know, post like, oh, did you know the Dodgers did blah, 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 whatever. I don't even know. But find something you're passionate about, whether it's sports or cooking or travel or, you know, an illness, a mom of redheads, like just find something that you're passionate about and stick to that. You know, you don't have to go out to all these like work from home network marketing groups and meet all these people, because most of that is spam. Now there is nuggets of good stuff in there as well, but really like this is a relationship business. So go out and find people that you have stuff in common with, and then invite them over to your Facebook page by adding them as a friend. And do not hunt them down. Like, don't hunt them down. Like, just nurture them, build those relationships. And then when we do have these specials like today, like one thing I suggested to my team earlier is go back to your last few engagement posts and see who's been liking and commenting. If you haven't had a conversation with them about it works, but you've been friends with them a while and engaging, shoot, send them a message and just say, hey, I'm not sure if you've seen, you know, what I've been up to lately, but we have a huge promotion right now. Do you happen to know anybody that would want to, and then, you know, fill in the blank, whatever, grow their hair or, you know, whatever. And they'll either say yes or no. You know, they're either going to say yes or no, but at the very least you planted a seed and they're going to be like, I do have a few friends that just, you know, maybe this would work for them. So, but that relationship part has to happen first. Like if you slam a brand new friend with a pitch, it's probably not going to go too well. So that's all I'll end with. And you guys can do it. You can totally do it.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Barbara, for your wisdom. Everybody give her a round of applause. Go to her Facebook pages. Show her some love. She is self-taught. You know, she decided that she wanted to learn how to do social media. And so she Googles things. She looks stuff up. She tries. She practices. She redo it. You know, like she has access to all the same learning that we do. She's just chosen to do it. So if this is something you want to be good at, then I suggest to be like Barbara and just get it out there. Just do it. Take action and learn along the way. So, but what we know is that you can take action in the right direction, but if you don't believe that you're going to get anywhere, guess what? You're not going to get anywhere. Have you ever known the guy that works at a factory for 15, 30 years and feels like he's working his booty off but never gets ahead? I know a lot of people like that. And the reason is because the action that they're taking is not inspired action. They don't believe that it's going to make progress, or that they're helping people, that they're going anywhere. And so I'm challenging you today that when you post, when you follow up, when you get the wrap on people, that you check your mindset as well. You have to know and believe that this is adding value to people and to the world, because your mindset will make or break you in this business. So if you have not yet listened to The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale, I can tell you I've gotten like 5 random messages recently that says, okay, what should I do? I don't know, tell me one thing. And that is what the one tip I will always say is listen to The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale, because if you're not getting the results that you want, it's most likely in your mind. When you go into a post, decide, I'm going to sign 2 distributors from this post. I'm going to sign 2 loyal customers from this post. I am a loyal customer gathering machine. Loyal customers are coming and flooding into my business because they're so excited about my own results. You know, when you start those affirmations before you start your work, you'll find that things start to happen. So this is my Joel Osteen declaration for you. I declare everything that doesn't line up with God's vision for my life is subject to change. Sickness, trouble, lack, mediocrity are not permanent. They are only temporary. I will not be moved by what I see, but what I know. I'm a victor and never a victim. I will become all that God has created me to be. This is my declaration, and that is my declaration to you. So let's decide to be great and end this Wrap distributor promo with a bang. Have an amazing night, you guys. Bye.